Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to talk about what I think is the most crucial aspect of tournament fishing and being a successful tournament angler. You know, I get asked all the time, how do you become a pro fisherman? You know, what can we do to become a better fisherman and a better tournament angler? And I really truly feel like mindset is the number one thing that separates the greatest anglers from the average angler, or for, professional anglers from local level anglers. A lot of times when you talk to professional anglers, they can come across cocky, and it really is just they have such complete confidence in their own skills that they come across as arrogant or cocky because they're so confident in themselves. And that's such a crucial part to being a successful tournament fisherman. You know, I think quite often when you roll into a tournament, there are guys there that feel like they're going to leave with more money than they came with. And there are guys there that don't feel that same way. They don't have that confidence when they roll up into the tournament. And it's not an easy thing to develop by any means. I call it the demons. You know, I think a lot of people, once you get out on the water, I think a lot of people pretty much give up, or don't give up, but mentally they give up if their first couple of spots don't pan out. You know, if they had a starting spot that they were counting on, if that just ends up taking a crap on them, they're done for the day. Or, you know, if somebody loses a big fish, that's enough for them to mentally be taken out of the tournament for a significant period of time. That may mentally shut them down for the rest of the day. It may be an hour, but no matter how much time those anglers spend where their wheels are spinning, that just took them out of the game. So if somebody is frustrated after breaking off a 5-pound class fish for an hour, that next hour is probably a waste of time anyways. It's really hard to recover from those types of issues in a tournament, but the best anglers out there are able to put it behind them really quick. You know, I call it the demons. That's what I just mentioned before. To me, what I mean by that is when you're out on the water and all of a sudden you start thinking negative thoughts, that's the demons in your head saying, you can't do this. You're done for the day. You will not do well in this tournament because, you know, you're halfway through the day and all of a sudden you don't have any fish. The demons are telling you might as well pack up and go home, you know, or you lose a big fish, you know, on a body of water that has very few 3+ pound class fish, and you lose a 5-pounder. The demons are in your head going, that was my bite for the day. That's the bite that would have separated me and put me at the top. I'm not going to get another big fish to bite like that. And it's such a weird feeling how, like, you catch a big fish and you go on an extreme high, and then all of a sudden that kind of, you know, as time starts ticking, that high comes down. It's the exact same thing with negative things that happen in the boat. And those negative things, to me, outweigh all the positives by a lot. You know, you catch a big fish, you feel great. You lose a big fish, that feels 5 times worse than catching a big fish. And it's just because you know you're only going to get so many opportunities. But I truly believe when you roll into a tournament, after the first couple hours of a tournament, half of the field is already mentally out of it. They are not thinking that they have any shot, and therefore, you know, if you can stay at a mentally tough level above that, you already have an advantage. So the hard part is, how do you stop those demons? How do you shut that down? And I think there's a lot of different ways to do it. And it's all about finding what works best for you as an angler. Uh, for me, I spent several years working with a meditation coach earlier in my career to come up with ways to handle that. It's for me, it's all about breathing. I do a bunch of different breathing exercises on the water based on what's going on. And that's all really just to make me focus more, and it's to bring my heart rate back down. I do not like having those adrenaline rushes in the boat because I don't think it's a positive thing for me. I really I really feel like I need to be focused and in the zone and paying attention to what's going on the water. So for me, it's these breathing exercises. Uh, for other people, if they lost a big fish or something went wrong, they need to like vent for a certain amount of time. They need to scream, shout, do whatever, but they need to get it out and be done with it. Other people, it's just a matter of kind of sitting down, refocusing. You'll see a lot of guys after they break off or something bad happens, they sit down and they retie right away. A lot of times that's to like reset their system. So if you sit down, you tie a bait on, you go through the motions again, that puts you back in the fishing mind versus thinking about what just happened. Now, when you're doing that, you're thinking about, okay, I got to tie this bait on. How do I tie my knot? You're going back through the motions, and it's to get rid of that demon in your head who's telling you, I just lost a big fish. You're out of it. So it's all about trying to, take a hammer to that demon and just keep pounding it down so it's not even something that's in your head. And that's one reason I like 5-fish tournament formats over total weight formats. In a 5-fish format, it's way easier to maintain that level-headedness, knowing that you may not have a fish in the boat with an hour to go, but you can always find that one spot that's going to produce 5 fish and keep you in it. With the total weight format, if you don't have a fish with an hour to go, you could potentially be 40 or 50 pounds behind, somebody who's leading that event or a cut line. You know exactly where you're at. And it's really hard to deal with those demons in a total weight format. Although to counter that, I'll say I don't dwell on it nearly as much because you're constantly thinking about what's going on because you need to know where you're at. You need to catch fish. So you're almost concentrating on the fishing, the game part of it, not necessarily the fishing part of it. So I just want to let you guys know that that's, in my opinion, the most important thing for all of you who are trying to become better tournament anglers. It's the most important thing to master. You need to be able to stay mentally tough on the water and know that you have the abilities to make stuff happen. It may not happen the way it was planned. It may not happen the way it was envisioned. But as long as you continue to work towards that goal of catching fish and you are still working hard on the water, your chances of that happening are dramatically better than if you let those demons just continue to tell you that you're not having a good day and you're not a good fisherman. You're going to be out of the game, out of the tournament, and done if you listen to that demon who's on your one side. If you remain focused and you can shut those voices down, you will be just fine in terms of your fishing. It doesn't mean you're going to come out all right at the end of the day, but it does mean that you're giving yourself the best chance to excel for the rest of that tournament day. So, guys, if you have good ideas as to how guys can focus on the water and kind of shut down those demons, as I like to say, leave a comment. Let me know, if it's something you'd like me to talk about with respect to the breathing exercises, I can do that as well. But leave a comment. Let me know what works for you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed yet to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We got lots of good video coming out, and we're just trying to help everyone become a better fisherman. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Check in tomorrow.